Hey, welcome back to the Nickman TV. Shedeur Sanders back in the news again, but for the right reasons. Don't go nowhere. Nickman TV, we'll be right back. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, go and leave a comment, do what you do. But look, Shedeur Sanders is back into the news again. But I know, a couple weeks ago he had the tickets and things like that. But my boy done bounced back. Y'all need to put this out in the news also, or ESPN. They need to talk about this also. Let's see if they're gonna talk about this. So, apparently it been like a fire that happened in Cleveland in a urban community. So my boy popped up and showed his face. But let's listen to the news right quick and we'll get back to it.
Well, weeks now after that deadly explosion at an apartment complex in Cleveland's Garden Valley neighborhood, the families impacted by this are getting some help from one of the newest members of the Cleveland Browns.
And News 5's Cameron.
One of the newest members of the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? It could have, a veteran could have popped out. I ain't saying what nobody could have done, but this is his thing. Let's talk about him, So, like I said, back a couple weeks ago, they had the tickets incident. They highlighted that. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like he the only, well, I ain't gonna say he the only one, but he's showing his face up in Cleveland, doing what he supposed to do, getting familiar with the community, just giving a hand, just showing up and things like that. So, man, shouts out to Shedeur, and how they tried to drag his name and drag his whole character, but in the draft and things like that. But this right here goes to show that this kid is on track, and his mind is on the right path and things, you know what I'm saying? Just by even just showing up to this event, you know what I mean? And, I'm sure the neighborhood would appreciative of him showing up, you know what I'm saying? And I just like what he's doing, showing that he's not who they, kind of describe him to be in the media and things like that. But we're gonna play some more of this video too. But before we get into that, we're gonna listen to the reporter, when she was talking about the whole thing also. So let's check out the report.
With an update. Hi, Cam.
Hey guys, we are here at the Rainbow Terrace Apartments where the Garden Valley Fun Fest is taking place. Now on June 23rd, an explosion and fire broke out here. It displaced over 40 families and took the life of one man, hospitalized others. But through that tragedy, the community is coming together, as you can see.
And prayers out to those families. Hope everybody be safe and hope everything get back, how it going. But like I said, prayers to those families. Yep. So prayers out to those families. I hope, they get everything back situated. I hope, the gathering that they had, they start building the community together, So, like I said, it ain't much more about him, but they'll make it. It is about him just showing up at things. But let's see how, I think they were like, the reporter reported that he sent the message out on the social media, him reaching out himself, just being able to, let people know that he's going to be there. So let's come out and try to support this community, why they got a tragedy going on. So let's go back to the video and let's peep out some more what the reporter got to say.
Browns rookie quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. He's right there. Now, Sanders took to Instagram and made sure that people knew that this event was happening. He wanted the community to come out. This event is all about fun. There's music, there's food, there's games. It's all about communities.
So he, like, right here, his whole demeanor look comfortable, and even just by being taken at 5th round, he's spreading himself out in the community. Nobody knows how long he'll be there, but while he's there, he's planting his seeds and things like that, just growing with the community also, because you know they got to come and support. You know what I'm saying? But even in a time like this here, he just showing them, hey man, let's keep rocking though. You know, we going through a tragic moment though, but let's keep on building. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of these kids out here probably, you know, I'm sure that some of them probably know him, and you know, even through the other videos that you guys been seeing of him when he going to the little the baseball thing from the tight end on what's the name, the JUCO. So just him, you know, just the whole community just be, you know what I'm saying, respecting him, and you know what I'm saying, they want him there. You know, even the kids, QB number one, QB1, you know, although they, you know, they don't have a voice of saying and picking it, but they know who they know who they want to get behind. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, his whole demeanor, man, he looked comfortable. I like that he doing this. He getting out there to the community, and also, and he even, you know, spoke to the reporter too though. So we'll get into that too. But I just wanted to point that out. Look at his whole demeanor with the community. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going.
Coming together, Sanders said it was important to him to not only help these families that are in need, but to show their time, give his time, and get out here and touch the community, which is something the community itself appreciates.
Already.
There's a lot of people that didn't want me coming out here doing it, but I don't understand why. You know?
And I don't know why either though. I mean, why wouldn't you want, you know what I'm saying, your players to get out? Basketball Cleveland Cavaliers, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know most of y'all probably come from, you know what I'm saying, the struggle, you know what I'm saying, being in these type of community though, you know what I'm saying? But I like that Shedeur is taking the initiative and getting it out on his own. You know, he's not asking nobody else to come along, but it seemed like somebody saying that he shouldn't do this, but he doing the right thing though, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let him be, and this is him too, you know what I'm saying? This is ain't nothing that somebody say, hey, you know what I'm saying, go do this, go do that. He don't have to help. He don't have to do this. He don't have to pop out and show up. He don't have to do none of this here. You know what I'm saying? But ESPN, hey, let's blow this up. Y'all blew up the ticket thing. You're blowing up him battling for the quarterback position. But let's blow up the good stuff that he does, you know what I'm saying? You know, I hear with the community, you know, so let's keep going.
God told me to come out here, so I'm never gonna.
We're gonna bring it back.
You know, God told me to come out here, so I'm never gonna question His word.
I think it's wonderful. It's about time that, you know, these kids look like they're having a great time down here, because Julie is not just nice. So.
Y'all know how it be in the hood though, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been around and y'all been in these communities though, so y'all know it's sometimes it ain't as nice and stuff like that. But you know, hopefully everything after this situation here that the community gets stronger though, you know what I'm saying? Let's build the community up, you know what I mean? So you know, the community does appreciate him and things like that, you know, so I'm happy for that, and I'm happy that he out doing things like this for the community. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, so I'm glad they giving him his space, and you know, of course they all getting pictures and stuff like that though, but they letting him be free and things, you know. So shout out to Shedeur, man. Shout out to Shedeur, dog. But hey, I just want to highlight that though. Make sure y'all hit the like button and comment and subscribe. Also, you like the content, y'all make sure that y'all share this too. Let's push the good narrative about Shedeur too, about, you know, how he's coming out and helping, you know, and supporting the Cleveland urban community too though, you know what I'm saying? So even in a little tragic time, he's out, you know what I'm saying, getting his face card now, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Cleveland Browns, that's y'all franchise quarterback, man. Can't really say no more, but hey, you know what? Y'all let that man do him, and let that man do God's work though. Other than that, man, this been Nick Man TV. Y'all know I'm out of here, dog. Hit that like button on y'all way out. Prayers to those out there in Cleveland, man. Hope everything happen and go get you know what I'm saying, go right. Get back on track. I'm out of here. Peace.